Hello guys. So if you're earning irregular income and trying to figure out how much tax to set aside each month, instead of waiting to the end of the year and then trying to calculate all of your taxes and then you're also confused, then this video is for you. Now, if you are probably setting aside, let's say 15% or 20% of your income each month for tax, then you're probably doing it wrong, because come 2026, Nigeria is going to be using the progressive income taxation system. So what that means is, if you can see my screen here, your first 800,000 of the year will be charged as 0% tax. Your next 2.2 million after that 800,000 will be charged at 15% tax, and it goes on from there. So you can't just use a flat percent or a flat rate to evaluate your tax for the year. And what is more, you probably want to be setting aside funds every month, right, for your tax, and you want to set the right amount of funds. You don't want to set too much, or you don't want to set too little. So that's why we have this Nigerian monthly tax calculator here. It will help you calculate your tax. So let's say, for example, let's take an example. You're earning 300,000 naira in a month, and this could change based on perhaps you're a freelancer or you do other side gigs. So come next month is something else. So let's say you put in 300,000 here, and that's your pay for January. Now you can see that it tells us here that as of this January you have 300,000. So far you have 300,000 because that's the first month. Total tax due is 0, and tax already set aside is 0, so you do not have any tax to set aside for this month of January. So let's say you add another month, and then let's say you made some good income this month. Let's say you made 500,000 naira, and then you can see that so far your cumulative income is 800,000 naira as at February, cumulative plus January. So as at this point in time, you still have 0 tax to pay, because why? The first 800,000 naira so far will have 0 tax. So let's move on. Let's say in March you make let's say 300,000 naira. Now you can see that as at March your cumulative income so far is 1,100,000 naira, and so far you're supposed to have a tax kept aside of 45,000 naira. So let's say you set aside this month 45,000 naira, and then let's say the next month you make let's say 1 million naira. That's large, but hopefully you can make that. All right, so now let's see what we have now. So as at April so far, your cumulative income is 2.1 million naira, and total tax you're supposed to pay on this cumulative income of 2.1 is 195. But based on you already set aside 45,000 naira tax during the last month, what you should set aside now in this month is 103,000 naira, and so that will make your total tax being set aside to be 195,000 naira. And then it just tells you your total income here so far, the total tax you've set aside, and your effective tax rate. So this way you don't have to wait till the end of the year to set aside your tax. Right, each month this calculator tells you, oh, this is exactly how much extra to set aside, and so you're not caught with surprises. Now if you like this calculator, I'll drop a link to it in the description below, and if you enjoy this video, please share it with friends, freelancers, contractors, and if you have any questions about what other feature you would like to see in this calculator, please feel free to drop a question or your comments at the end of this video. Alright, see you, take care, bye.